Across the top of your site is an area that's called the header. You can see an example here. There's a background image that you can customize. So in order to upload your own image, you'll need to edit some of the settings of the site. You click on More, and then you go to Manage this site. You'll be taken to the control panel where you can basically make a lot of changes to your site. If you scroll down on the left-hand menu, there's an area called Colors and Fonts. Click on that, and you'll be given some different options of the various sections of the website. So I scroll down a little bit here, you can see this section. It starts with the entire page. There's a lot of customizations that you can apply. The area that we're looking for is under the site header. We're looking at the site header background image. If you click on that, there's already a custom file that's been used. I can remove that image and it goes blank. You can see the example down here at the bottom. So you should save a file on your computer somewhere that you can find, and the ideal dimensions for that are about 1070 pixels wide by about 200 pixels tall. So if I go to my desktop, I've got a banner sample that I'm going to use here. So I open that, and it will bring that image up, and you'll see a little example of what it's going to look like, a little snippet of it here. You're given some different options, which I'll show you again in a second, but generally you don't want it to repeat if it's this size, and we like to put it at the left side horizontally and towards the top. Once you're satisfied with that, if you click Save, and then you can click on the title of your site or the name of your site just over on the left, and you'll be taken back to the overall site, and you can see what has happened there. I've put a new banner image. Now, it's important that you get the image the proper size. If I go back to that same area, and I go back to Colors and Fonts, I'll show you an example of what happens if it's not quite the right size. If I change my site header background image, I'm going to choose another file that's a small one. And in this case, when I upload it, you can see what it's done here. It's repeated the image in order to fill it up. If you're okay with that, that's fine. It's also a little bit smaller, so you can see it repeats both horizontally and vertically. If I do none, you're going to see it leaves me a lot of empty space. Now you can do it that way as well. And you can, let's say I want to do it that way, I can then change the site header background color to make it a little less obvious. Choose Custom. Let's give it a green background, maybe a bit darker green. So in this case, the green helps to fill some of the white space that would be there. If I click on Save and then go back to the interim example, you'll see my overall website has just a very small image. So it's very important that you get this image approximately 1070 pixels wide by 200 pixels tall to fit perfectly within this space.